swim. Once again, BTS!
Hi, hello, and welcome to a new video. If you're into K-pop whatsoever, you could assume I would make a video about this. If you are asking what this is, and you somehow have not seen the title or the thumbnail, BTS has made a comeback with Arirang. BTS rarely needs an introduction. Whether you love, hate, or are neutral towards them, most people know who they are in the basic sense. And if you're into K-pop as a genre, you know what they've done for the genre in terms of breaking out of the core market in Korea and over the almost 13 years of existence, releasing music that is beloved by their fandom, but that also penetrated the West, whether you like it or not. The last time BTS released an album was with Proof in 2022, but as that was an anthology album, so only a recollection of their title tracks, the last time they actually released new music was in 2020 with B. And B, you most likely know, at least due to Dynamite. Their hiatus was mostly due to the need to complete the Korean mandatory military service, and they used it as an opportunity to branch out with their solo activities. But then last year, in 2025, it was announced they will have a full group comeback. It was anticipated by fans and their casual listeners, as 6 years is a long time for people to grow and change. So let's get into the actual review of this album. The name of the album is Arirang. Arirang is a Korean folk song estimated to be over 600 years old. It is deemed by many as the unofficial anthem of Korea, both North and South. The word means my beloved one, and it is supported by a legend, which, according to said legend, the name is derived from a story of a man and a woman who fell in love while picking camellia blossoms near a body of water. It is unspecified. It has a meaning in Korean, however, I cannot translate it well, as even the scholars are arguing about its translation. Two versions of the story exist. The first one, the man cannot cross the auraji, which is the body of water, to meet the woman because the water is too high, and so the two sing a song to express their sorrow about being unable to meet. While in the second version, he attempts to cross the river, but he drowns and he sings the sorrowful song after he dies. There are many theories other than this one, due to the song being so widespread across the country and holding a different crucial meaning for each part of the nation. Before the album's release, BTS talked about why they chose the name. They wished the album to represent the country and look at the more traditional aspects of it, saying they wanted it to be a Korean album in everything, not just name. There were many performances and events scheduled around the album's release and the marketing of uplifting Korean culture. So let's start with analyzing the tracks. Track number 1 is Body to Body, and it is an opening track of the album which contains the melody of the original Arirang. It opens as a hip-hop song but switches midway to pop, and then during the bridge it switches to the traditional Korean folk. The lyrics are, as you'd expect from a pop song. It is majorly in English, which makes the confusing choice to leave the strings of the original, especially since the melodies of the original start mid-bridge and cut into the light pop song. It makes it feel like an entirely different track, and the commercial first part does not fit the more traditionally, basically taken traditional song part of it. It either should have been a full pop song and then a full traditional song that incorporates Arirang, because like this, it just feels like an half-assed representation. Not that either part of the song is necessarily bad, but the merging of the two is, in my opinion, unnatural and hybrid. Second track is named Hooligan. The melody of this song started interesting. It was almost eerie with the clanking of what seems to be knives and bells. There was a triangle and a piano integrated in the melody. And then the lyrics started, and it was the most cringy production known to mankind. The majority, or at least half of the song, is polished enough where it's not an ear-bleeding mess, but I'm sorry, the lyrics of the song make me physically recoil enough where I cannot re-listen to it. This is the only song I have listened to once because I needed to skip over to the next one. I'm sorry. Song number 3, Aliens. It's almost endearing in a way that arguably the biggest boy group in K-pop still has to put at least one traditional noise song in the album. It also during the chorus falls more traditionally pop, but a rap part is a lot more noise music K-pop than traditional rap that they done in, for example, Body to Body. Another song I am neutral about, as you do know my personal lack of preference for noise music. The lyrics are middle of the road, the production is good, and the pop art is decent for being what it is, but it is neutral to positive leaning. Song number 4, YA. The melody and the beat of this track and opening are interesting. It's very heavy on the bass and the guitar. According to the official genre, this song falls under Jersey Club, which is something I had to Google. According to Google, Jersey Club is a high energy electronic music with a heavy beat and a BPM above 130, or club music, which makes sense when you listen to this song. For example, an example of it and genre wise is Body Talk by Kim Brown, if you know the song. But basically, up to the first minute, I would not have registered this as a BTS song if I was out and about at the club or somewhere. I would simply accept it as an electronic choice, as a mixer. And that is a compliment in this case, as that seems what they were attempting to do. And then it goes into the more pop direction with its verses, which on one hand, I think makes it more casually listenable. But I almost wish that they fully leaned into the experimental nature of the choruses, as they are releasing as prior to those verses, it was different from anything BTS has released thus far, and it still is. Track number 5 is called 2.0, and this is the most classic rap track. There are lyrics that are, in my opinion, deeply questionable, especially when at some parts they deepen their voices and process the repetitions, but there are a few interesting wordplays between the repetitive constructions of stop ride, rah rah rah, pa 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 bits, and there are the more pop-esque do 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 parts where they repeat do do do. I personally am not a fan of the song. I think it has way too much onomatopoeia and entirely way too little substance. It feels like they are attempting to make a rap sounding song without making it a rap song. The soul and the core of a rap song are good lyrics. And without good lyrics, there is no substance. And this is not a K-pop or BTS can't make rap songs conversation. It's really not. All their BTS tracks are actually good proper rap ones. They have good proper rap tracks. This is just not one of those. Track number 6 is named number 29. It's not a track actually, but a minute of the traditional Korean bell, which is intended as sound art and basically to make a skip into the second half of the album. The idea is sonically interesting, but after 5 generic pop songs, where only one even had a brief mention of Arirang or anything Korean, it seems out of place. It's a very artistic choice, and I like it. It's just that for what a listener who is listening to it for the first time can see, it would be a very confusing choice, almost as if they are not loading the song. I know what an instrumental piece is, and it does, like I have listened to the second half of the album, it does make it to the transition. The second half is different, but I just feel like it's out of place at after the first half that had little to no Korean or anything traditional. However, we do make it into the title track, which is track number 7, Swim. Swim is the title track of the album, and I hate to say it, but a very generic ballady pop song. Not something I necessarily dislike. I like both pop and ballads. It's just the issue of expecting a thing that no one can exactly explain after 6 years of a long wait. I found the music video underwhelming as well, but that's neither here nor there. It feels like BTS could have done their traditional pop songs, like made a DNA or Fake Love or Butter or Dynamite, a direction I could have expected, maybe even would have liked if it was made well. Or it seems they wanted to go a different route, something unlike their previous releases, which is fine, but it's not different enough where I feel like they tried something. It just feels like even safer than their previous title tracks, and I am very neutral about it, and about the title track, I should have a strong opinion. However, it is to inform you positively that after this, I like almost all of the tracks after this. Number 8, Merry Go Round, is a track that by its name did not give me a lot of faith, but I was very happy when it released. We reached a ballad. I always prefer ballads genre wise, I like it. The lyrics are better than the album upwards to it, so tracks 1 to 7, these are the best lyrics in the track 8. And this song is one of my highlights of the album. If you don't like ballads, if you find them boring, if you maybe you won't enjoy the song. But a real ballad enjoyer, and if this is you, you should listen to it. Track number 9 is Normal, and if you told me that BTS would release a pop rock song in the year of 2026 that sounds like something that would go platinum in the gacha community, I probably wouldn't have believed you. All jokes aside, the lyrics are a little corny with the explicit words thrown in just to have something explicit in there. They actually attempted something with the song. Sure, they are adjusting to the audience and the edginess that K-pop fans sometimes have, something we're all guilty of, but it's very listenable, it's very smooth, it's a very catchy song that has a lot of integrity and ingenuity. So while it does evoke a bit of a 2016 feeling, it's not something I necessarily dislike about it. Track number 10, Like Animals, is once again a bit more of a pop rocky type track. The production is good, the lyrics are better, and this one actually attempts to convey a metaphor even with the simple lyrics. There are echoes integrated all throughout the melody, which are done surprisingly well, and they complement the track instead of fighting against it, which happened on one of the tracks higher. It is a high point of the project and a song I think you should listen to. Track number 11 is They Don't Know About Us. The intro here is almost eerie again, which is interesting considering it's on the second track of the album, except here it's eerie in the way they distorted their vocals. We fall back to the more hip-hop genre, but we are truly following the blueprints of the genre instead of it being K-pop noise. Unfortunately, the lyrics are weaker than the past two tracks, but not nearly as bad as the first half of the album. If you enjoy K-pop, I think you would like this track as it has quality. It's just not one of my favorites due to personal preference. Even if it is just BTS hyping themselves up, that is somewhat of a characteristic of the hip-hop genre in general. Once again, neither here nor there. Song number 12, One More Night, is once again a smooth pop song, so this second half of the album is much more poppy. The melody here is a highlight and is a lot more danceable than the ballad. It has more of a 90s influence. The lyrics are standard pop song. Like I said, it's not a very lyrically outstanding album. Not awful, nothing to write home about. However, for the genre is a lot more than enough. It's another song I can genuinely say is good. Song number 13, Please, is once again a great pop song. It has great pop parts when they are singing ones, and the talking parts are smooth and quick, and they transition between singing and talking enough where it's not jarring. It's not like like the past three songs. It's good. It's not amazing, but it's good. It holds substance. It's a pop song in a 14-track album. And we reach into the last track, which is Into the Sun. The voice distortion in this track, I think, is incredibly well placed. It's firstly well done, but also when they are singing for the entire first minute of the song, their voices are distorted, which leaves you with knowing there is an end, even if you're unsure it's the last track of something. It invokes nostalgia and the feeling of ending something. It's very effective. It's an album closer, not in a dramatic sense, but almost as when you put a fade out effect at the end of your song. It does that without physically doing that effect, which sometimes songs do. I really like it for that reason. I think it's another high point. The lyrics are decent as for the rest of the album, but that is something that fascinated me production-wise. And now we are into my overall thoughts and feelings on the album, which is to say, it's not bad, but it's not horrible. If they were two different albums, one the first 5 tracks and the other the last 7, or no, they're for the last 9 tracks, I would have given the last 9 a much higher rating than the first 5. However, I disliked the first 5. Armies, do not attack me, no anything. I do want to put that disclaimer. I should have put that disclaimer in the beginning. It's not necessarily objectively horrible. Other than Hooligan, I will stand behind my word that I think it's objectively horrible as a song, but it's poorly done and almost juvenile for how old they are now, and for the quality of music we've come to expect for them. As for the last 9 tracks, they are fine. However, I wish I could say more than just fine. I liked Into the Sun, I liked Merry Go Round, I liked One More Night. I liked the After Swim, I liked all of the songs. It's just that I think we all expected maybe a little bit too much, which is what led to this disappointment. It's not that the album is bad, it's not. It's just that after 6 years, people have honestly insane expectations for anyone, especially for a group very beloved with all eyes on them. And I'm aware that it's the curse of someone being on top, and well, the only way you can go is down, I guess. So I don't want to feed into that. I also don't want to praise them just because they are BTS. I'm trying to be as objective as I possibly can here, which is why I would say this is just a very mid album, as much as it pains me to say that. If they were 2 albums, like I mentioned, the first 5 and the last 9 tracks, the first 5 would be a mid to decently bad album, and the last 9 would be a good album. However, I cannot just pretend those 5 tracks do not exist while rating the album. I just hope that with performances and perhaps some more explanations, we do get to enjoy the era more, but the music itself, to me, is not something I preferred. If you have different opinions, of course, I do want to hear them, and do tell me in the comments, what do you think? Did you listen to it? Did you enjoy it? And I will be seeing you in the next one.